Good morning. And if you watched the previous video I just made about tips on meditation and conscious living, then you could see that there is a continuation between the two recordings. Why am I making such a quick transition from one video to another? Is because this morning I had a friend call me about giving her tips how to not how to meditate, but what tips do I recommend on what would be useful for her in meditation. She's leading the meditation first time ever, she has not done it. And the other question she had was someone has hurt her feelings, and it's been really heavy on her, and she wanted to know if anything she needs to pay attention to, or is there any tips I can give her. So this video I'm making it for her and all of you who feel that someone hurt your feelings, and this person made you into a problematic identity. Now, we can all make a mistake, and we can all say things when we not even intended to hurt someone, but then the other person is hurt by what we said. That can happen, and those things can be easily corrected, because you know that from your heart, from within your that energetic expression, you have not intended harm. That was not your goal. And even if you were a little bit too rough or too overwhelming with your response, and maybe you did come across as rude and weren't as respectful as you normally would love to be, but in that situation you got to understand that you are not a problem. And if somebody else done it to you, then you have to understand that that person is not a problem. We are resilient enough to handle these little challenges in life. May that be the challenge that you felt that you reached your limitation, and then suddenly you burst out saying something or did something which might have impacted the other person negatively, or if you have felt that somebody else done this to you. So in that sense, you are resilient enough, and if you're not, then gain some resilience from life and the life flow, which is constantly available to you. How to gain the resilience is building yourself up with teachings, readings, and with mentoring, which you receive from variety of sources. Not just from me, but I'm sure of it that in life you will find encounters with people, experiences, and people will come to you which when they will give you a good advice, or you see that people are modeling resilience to you. Resilience is important in many ways, not just because you can defend yourself and have healthy boundaries and be forgiving and easily let go, but resilience is important because you are meant to enjoy your life. You're meant to be happy. You're meant to do what you love and not cause suffering. So if somebody has hurt you, you don't want to perpetuate that suffering within you, and you do not want to perpetuate the suffering in other people. So in order for you to have resilience, you have to have that off switch where you say, okay, I am hurt right now, but I do not want this to perpetuate in anyone or in anything. So now I am standing firm that peace is my home, peace is what I am made out of, and I will be looking towards to experiences and choices, and I will be the most creative I can be with what I have, so that I can do what I would love to do instead of what a certain emotion is manipulating me to do. So resilience can be built up, as I said, in many ways, but most importantly, out of the life flow. Now that life flow, as I said in a few seconds ago, can present itself in many ways. Maybe you need to have a good laugh. Maybe you just simply have to just drop it. Maybe you will have to do something good for someone. Whatever format this will come to you, and whatever inspiration you will receive from life, just follow that. Trust that life will come through. And if you need help, then ask life as if life would be a persona, because remember, life is not a persona. It is very personal, It is one with you, it's intimately one with you, but life is not a persona. So what I am saying to you is that build some resilience. And if you guys need more information on this, let me know. I might make another video on resilience. But to continue on, to a little bit more serious side, when it's not that you don't have the resilience, you have the resilience, but the impact of the other person's actions towards you were so strong that you almost felt like it's knocking you over. When this other person hurt you so much that you feel that they, sorry, I would say they, but what I meant to say is he or she. But let's use they because it's kind of, maybe you had it from multiple sources in the past. So let's say they have that pushed you over so much that you feel that it's almost creating in you a identity you do not resonate with, meaning they're trying to make you into a problematic identity, and deep down you know that's not natural to you. You don't want to be a problematic identity, and you do not want to be sucked into thinking that that's all you are, because deep down you feel that happiness, peace, contentment, kindness, goodness is your nature. So do not allow other people make you into a problematic identity, despite that you might done something which is problematic. You might done something which is not a good thing to do. But let's say you done nothing wrong, and this person comes and forcefully trying to make you think that you haven't given them what their expectations of you are, and therefore you are not enough in their eyes. Now, I am not talking about, let's say, a job or a responsibility you have to fulfill as a parent, or a commitment you made and you keep failing at all of those things, you negligent. If you are responsible for something and someone tells you that you are responsible for that, then that person has the right, in a way, like when you're on the road, someone has the right to turn and you have to wait. So in this situation, if the person is calling you out on something because you indeed did something wrong and it's repeated pattern, then they have the right to do so. But I am talking about in a different situation where you know you've done your best, where you know that you have no intention to cause suffering, where you are not there to harm anyone, but create peace, meaning maintain the peace and attend to your role in that situation. So in that case, someone still comes and in a narcissistic way or a very rude, hurtful way, attacking you for whatever reason. Maybe they're having a bad day, or maybe their pain body has awoken and they don't know who to lash out to or who to project it onto, or just this person, as I said, is in themselves is a very unhappy and unsatisfied person. So in a way, put it shortly, unconscious. So if that's the situation, then you kind of need to step back, even if you take just a few seconds and say, am I anchoring myself in this person's opinion, or am I anchored in life already? Which one is the most stable one, and which one has the longevity? Because people's opinion do not have longevity. They are short little formations. Whereas life itself, your sense of self, I am an aware being, that has longevity. That will never cease to be. You are an aware being, and your awareness is forever with you. There has never been an experience where you can say, this happened to me, I know, but I wasn't aware. You would not know your experience without awareness. You might not be aware that you are aware, but you know the experience because you've been aware. So, if you are an aware being, what is your nature as an aware being? Your nature is that no matter what happens, you're still peaceful. You're not resisting what happens. Now, I'm not talking about the persona, you as a person, what characteristic you have. I am talking about the essence of yourself, which we all share. Every single one of us have the same essence. And then this essence comes up and formulates a persona. As if, let's say, a body of water starts freezing up, and ice will start formulating on the top. So underneath, it's all one and it's all connected, but on the surface, you will start seeing chunks of ice, little personas. It's not looking like they are actually connected. You could say the same, let's say, icebergs, little ice blocks floating on the water. It looks like that these ice blocks are personas, individual entities, but we all know that the ice is made out of water, and underneath it all is that oneness. Now that's the same when it comes to your essential self. That we are all made out of the same essence. In this metaphor is the water, but then our characteristics are formulated into limited formations, just like those ice blocks I mentioned, or those ice formations. Now, why is this important? Because knowing that you are not just this formulation, this limited thing which someday will melt and goes back right into the water, but you are also that limitless self, and understanding what this limitless self is and who you are as a limitless self, this knowing who you are, that will transform your perception of yourself. So who are you? Let's have a few little examples of the characteristics we know. As I said, it's you are open, you're not afraid of anything, you do not lack anything because it's contentment, it's oneness, it's peaceful, it doesn't want anything. And you can check this. Please check. I always encourage you guys to check it if what I'm saying is true. And this is how you check it. You go back and you say, I am aware that I am aware. If I look at awareness, or I look at my sense of self, I am, not I am plus this, I am plus that, so I am plus Maria as the character, but I am just my sense of self, which we all share. So if I look at that, again, you can look at awareness or you can look at your sense of self, it's the same. If I look at that, is the sense of self I am afraid of anything? Or afraid would be a plus. It would be a plus. Is the sense of self here, now? Yes, the I am is always the here and the now. It's not in the future. I won't be I am tomorrow. I am now. Right? It makes sense. And I wasn't just I yesterday, and I'm not I am now. It's the same. So I am is always in the present moment. And this I am is always with me. I am intimately one with it. Now, let's have another more practical day-to-day characteristics. I am is powerful and capable of handling any kind of situation I find myself in. The I am is not fast, regardless of what emotion I feel. The I am is not fussed about somebody else's opinion, a character's opinion about me. The water, let's say the ocean, which formulates the ice cubes, not fussed what the ice cube is doing. The water remains peaceful. Now, Another one is, as I mentioned, that I lack nothing, but to go a little bit deeper, I don't need anything, meaning I don't need the other person tell me who I am, because I know that I am made out of I am, that life flow itself. I know that the water knows that it's water, that it doesn't need the ice cube to tell it that it's water. Does that make sense? Again, I am being a little bit silly because I'm personalizing water here, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? And at the same time, I'm trying to make it a little bit light, because if you had just had a really difficult situation when somebody was just really mean to you and trying to make you into something which you are not, and your whole body is aching because of the pain you have experienced emotionally, it's good to be lighthearted. It's good to be somebody who is willing to connect with fun and lightness, because that's what you're feeling, the heaviness, and you don't want that. So I'm telling you right now, yes, you're feeling the heaviness, yes, you're feeling the difficulty, but you can check that you are not a heavy, difficult person, because before this heavy difficulty came into your life in front of you as an option, you were just perfectly fine. And when this heavy emotion will dissolve, because you can ask the heavy emotion to show that peace you are made out of, and that same heavy emotion is made out of peace as well. So when you ask that, then just listen. Listen. I am listening to the murmur of the building construction going outside. You might even hear it on the camera, so I'm sorry about that. But listen how far you can hear. And just notice that in this listening, you are free. You are free to breathe. You are free to be present. You are free to be conscious. You are free to be aware. Do you see how your awareness is not overwhelmed by the emotion? It might be veiled. It looks like it might be completely covered up, but no. Your experience is that awareness is present. That's how you know your emotion. And the nature of awareness is peace. The nature of awareness is freedom. The nature of awareness is loving connection and beauty and truth. So allow that energy to fill you, allow that flow to come to you. And then see in yourself, what would I love to do now? You don't want to be sort of saturated and bathing yourself in this negativity. No. What is it that I would love to do now? And then really listen, really within you, really open yourself up for your emotion to show those creative ideas, what you would love to do. Maybe you would love to have a beautiful tea or a beautiful meal, or go for a beautiful walk, or watch another video of mine, although that's not what I am trying to say, that you should be stuck front of the screen and watch something day in and day out. That's not it. I am just saying that you would love to bathe in more of a conscious energy and outflow, which I am allowing through every video I am making for you guys. Or you might want to listen to somebody else. Doesn't matter. Do what you would love to do. And if in the case where you are, let's say you are at work, or you simply can't do what you would love to do because you have responsibilities, then you make a mental note that the moment I have free time to myself, I will do this activity which I would love to. Maybe I would cook a beautiful meal, or I will call up a friend I haven't spoke to for a while, or I will just have a beautiful bath, or I will go to the gym, or I will go to the golf course, or go for a run, or whatever you would love. Whatever makes you happy. plant a plant, listen to the birds. Started to rain outside, so maybe you just want to look at the weather, just enjoy it. Maybe you want to have a sleep and you want to have a really, really restful time so that you can rejuvenate. Give yourself that and say, yes, in this time I'm going to do this activity because I want that life flow to come over me, to wash over me, to integrate my whole being into that flow, which is peace. Last but not least, my sum up is going to be this. I want to tell you that you are precious, very precious. Precious to life, and you're precious to me, precious to conscious people in the world, precious to those who will benefit from your consciousness. You are not a problem. You are a wonderful potential. And through your potentiality, life will shine. You will see yourself doing kind things. You will see yourself being compassionate, empathetic, creative. You will see yourself doing wonderful, wonderful things which will be a blessing to many if you allow the life flow to come through you. And once you're doing those blessed things, stop and appreciate it and say, yes, Maria told me so. Here I am, I'm doing it. I have a call from a friend, or I have an acknowledgement from somebody saying, I did right by them. Yes, I did it. I made it. I managed to do the conscious activity, that I am taking part of this conscious life. The conscious living is happening to me. So when that happens, acknowledge it. Let me know. I would love to hear from you. You are precious. And that's my gift to you today. Precious, precious, potentially more precious. Go and find out how precious you can be in this life. Do what you would love to without causing suffering. You are worth it. This video is worth it. This time you're spending on this video is worth it, because you need to know that just because negative things happen to you in your life, that's not the end. You can turn around. And if you were indeed someone who did some things which are not appropriate, and you wish you would have never done them, and you wish to do better in the future, then get up and do better. See what you can change. May you have to apologize, may you have to fix things, rectify the situation, whatever that is. Get up and do better and keep doing better. Keep at doing the right thing. And take every little victory. Don't minimize any little victories. Just say, I did this better today. At the end of the day, I'm not telling you to take a recount, because it's sometimes almost impossible, and that's not what conscious life is about. But it will come to you. You will see, life will show you that you did this right. I love that you did that. Meaning you will feel good about certain things. So do them, do the good things. And if, as I said earlier, and if you did no harm to anyone and someone harmed you, then use those healthy boundaries. Use it, build it up. Get the strength, like I said at the beginning of the video. Get resilient. Protect yourself from anyone trying to make you into a problematic identity, instead of a potentially beautiful and wonderful being you can be and you are. So I hope this was helpful to you. I wish you a wonderful day. See you next time.